everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly. My husband Chris and I and our 4 sweet kiddos normally live in Dali, China. We were originally in Shanghai, and we thought we would take today to talk through our time in Shanghai and show you some of our favorite places. But as we get started with this video, I thought I would let you know that sometimes when I make videos, it's fun. It's a way for me to look back. Other times it's hard, it's questions, it's something like that that comes up. If I'm to be honest, this week was a little bit difficult for me. I looked back over some times in Shanghai. We spent 5 years there, and I didn't realize how emotional it would be to look back over these times and be sad that we're not there. We love our new city of Dali. We love where we are. It's beautiful. We had some really wonderful times in Shanghai. So join me as we look back through our 5 years in Shanghai. So as we get started this week, I thought we would take a first look at the city line of Shanghai. It's unmistakable and it's beautiful. And no matter where you go in Shanghai, you can kind of see the downtown from the tall buildings, and especially the Oriental Pearl, which is the building with the ball. And then you go up a little bit higher and there's another ball. We call it the Oriental Pearl. It's just a beautiful skyline. So if you're in the side with the Pearl, this is called Lujiazui kind of city center. And if you go across the river, you are then at the Bund, a famous place called the Bund. And so this has just old architecture. It's beautiful. It is on the riverfront, so it's just a lovely place to walk and see the architecture, see how beautiful Shanghai is, and see its history of what it's gone through in the last 50 to 100 years. Who can have a video of Shanghai without talking about the world famous Disneyland. It is new in Shanghai. We were able to go even before the park opened, and some of the pictures that you'll see are before the park opened, kind of the pre-opening of it, and we got tickets to go. What a treat that was. And we loved to go as much as we could since we lived about 1.5 to 2 miles from the front part of Disneyland. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't show some of the views from our windows where we lived. We lived just about 1.5 miles outside of Lujiazui, which I mentioned is the city center with the real tall buildings and the bulbous building we call the Oriental Pearl. We lived about 1.5 to 2 miles from there, and we just loved the area of town we lived in. We lived near some major subway lines, or we call them metro lines. We had so many things going on around us, and we really did love the area. So we lived across the street from the school, and here it is. So much activity, so much youth, so much fun. We loved living there. Another area we love to visit, and it's beautiful. It's also a very touristy area called Yuyuan Gardens, and they are beautiful, and they have these old traditional buildings and wonderful places to eat. As we would explore the city, we would also love to take pictures with some of the tall buildings. Here's some beautiful pictures of wonderfully tall buildings. And here are a few other of the highlights of Shanghai, and I'll list them underneath the picture as we go. Thanks for stopping by. What a fun week for us to look back through our time in China, our first 5 years. Thanks for coming. Next week we're gonna have another fun video. If you have not yet, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. Scroll down just a little bit and you'll see a red button that says subscribe. Click that button and let us know that you're here. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you next week.